My names are Onesmus Mlewa Kalama, and I'm the Technical Support Manager at ENASO. ENASO is a regional network of AIDS and health service organization working in 23 Anglophone Africa countries and 2 Portuguese-speaking African countries, making it 25 African countries.
Great, thank you so much for introducing yourself and being here today to present this digital health platform. Would you describe a bit what Wananchi is about and what the goals of this platform is?
Thank you very much, Kathy. Wananchi is a local name meaning the citizens, and we call this Wananchi platform because it is a platform that is supposed to actually bring solutions to citizens. And we were looking at actually supporting communities to make informed decisions and actually cut on process while looking for health services across Kenya and Tanzania. Initially, we had just thought of actually mapping health facilities and providing information on essential medicines that are actually provided in Kenya and Tanzania, so that as small-scale traders cross the borders, they are able to easily find health facilities that they can actually be able to access should they need essential health services. However, before we launched this platform, COVID-19 came by and things actually almost came to a standstill. And our platform then actually took on a very significant trajectory to provide significant health information, especially related to COVID statistics, requirements as they traveled across borders, and people were able actually to access useful health information at the palm of their hands, making really meaningful strategic decisions on whether they need to cross the border and what they need to have before they either cross the border or where they can access health facilities that provide essential health services that they can be able to access. I must say this was kind of like a really community initiative. At some time last year, through GIZ idea, GIZ are running a project in East African community that supports integration of East African community citizens. And they granted us a small amount of resources to actually try to think of a community innovation that can actually improve and scale up integration in the region. So what we did is ENASO works with communities, and we actually reached out to our communities and said, hey guys, what is it that we think we can actually be able to do to improve integration in the East African community region? And they said, all right, when people are traveling across, most of the time you have all these tourist guides. We know which national park you want to visit, you know which site you want to visit, but hardly do we hear of health. And actually, health is wealth. We have people who really want to travel, but they have conditions. They are not sure if I traveled, I will be able to access essential medicines where I'm going, in the places I'm going. So why can't we come up with something that can actually inform citizens in this region of the available essential health services in the countries or towns they want to visit? This will actually spur up travel for people, because they will actually be able to know, even if I travel, I'll be able to access my medicines. I'm diabetic, I should be able to get my diabetic medicines from here. I have a heart condition, I should be able to get my heart medication from this place, instead of wasting so much time looking for health services. So this was a really community-bred initiative. ENASO just brought in the technical expertise now to say, all right, so how do we make this better? How do you access this information after we have collected all this information? So we made an application that people can actually access it at the palm of their hands. So before you even take the bus ticket to travel, you have already planned your journey. Should I need health services? Actually, this is where I'll be able to access them from. You can actually make contacts from a health provider from that facility and even book an appointment prior while you are still seated in your sitting room. So this is something that really now excited communities, and they were like, really? I could actually even make my appointment prior before I even visit the health facility. That means by the time I'm getting in there, I'm already getting in there with an appointment and really not wasting a lot of time. So it's an application that has really excited communities, and communities are really appreciative of this. And we started it with as an application that runs on smartphones. But there is even now demand that people are saying, we have people who do not have smartphones. Can this application run on a USSD code so that even those who do not have smartphones are able to access this information and be able to make informed decisions before they actually access services? So it's something that really community-led and community-bred, and people are really happy about the application.
This is really great. I think there are a lot of really good lessons here for other organizations who are looking to do this kind of work, to be very responsive to the community. So thank you for sharing with that with us. How do you see this platform grow? And talking about, you know, this COVID situation, but also post-pandemic, what are your plans for this platform?
Yeah, I think something that actually even surprised us beyond our thinking was we started this application as a two country initiative that small scale traders from Kenya and Tanzania should be able to move around and see what health services exist. But once we launched this platform, surprisingly, we are having visitors to this platform from as far as the United States of America, Canada, Britain, China, which means people are actually really interested in understanding health information should they actually plan to do their travels. Because how we have repackaged information in this platform is that people are actually able to get kind of quick requirements. If I'm traveling to Kenya like right now, what do I need amidst the COVID pandemic? Kenyans require that you have to put on a mask every other time. And if you are actually found without a mask, it actually attracts a fine of up to $200. And that's quite a lot of money. So people are actually interested to find out what are the requirements that should I be able to travel. And we have seen there's quite a lot of interest of so many people from outside the initial countries that we intended to reach people to actually accessing the site. And what is even of more interest is people don't just come to the site accidentally, but when they come in there, they spend time to go through the pages. They will look at the COVID page, they will look at the health facilities page, they will look at the health travel requirements page. So you can see people are really interested in understanding what health facilities exist, what services they provide, and what new information is available. And we are seeing people from actually all over getting into this platform. And what we really want to see the future of this platform is to create a kind of an information repository, health information repository for the region. Now, with the right support, we should actually be able to move beyond Kenya and Tanzania and start mapping essential health services across the East African country region, and probably broaden this further, Anglophone Africa and maybe Africa, and have a really one-stop shop for actually people who want to travel across to understand where they can access essential health services, what health services are provided in what particular place, and what travel requirements are needed so that they make their journeys as smoothly as possible.
Thank you so much for presenting this to us today. And I hope that anyone who's interested in learning more about this platform and in learning more about ENOS's other work can reach out to you.
Exactly. We're really happy to share more about this platform. We really ready to connect people with communities and how they feel about this platform. And of course, any initiatives to ensure that this platform goes beyond the current area of work will be definitely highly appreciated. And I'm really happy to have shared this information with you, and always ready to share more should the opportunity arise.